All right. This is gonna be a fun one. So basically, America's mayor, America's sweetheart, joking. Rudolph, the once legendary architect of humanity. No, he was a he was a mayor in New York. He was during 9/11. I don't really need to go over this shit, but you guys were all here for it. He's now a co-conspirator with Trump, and he's going to be arrested, which is big news because, you know, I mean, first off, it's Rudy Giuliani who doesn't love to see him get arrested. But then CNN has two videos. So the first one is like he did a press conference before he got on the plane, and then I guess they have a second video of him like, after he got off the plane. But I just want to hear what he had to say. I'm sure he has some nasty shit.
City mayor once served as a lawyer for Donald Trump, literally helping him right into two impeachments and holding court at Four Seasons Landscaping. Now Giuliani himself faces the most charges along.
They threw in the Four Seasons Landscaping dig. And that wasn't the same moment, by the way, that the sweat dripped down his forehead. Okay.
Along with Trump for trying to overturn the 2020 election results in Georgia. He said this moments before boarding a plane.
I don't know if I plead today, but if I do, I plead not guilty. And I get photographed. Isn't that nice? A mugshot for the man who probably put the worst criminals of the 20th century in jail. You find a prosecutor.
Isn't he like involved in the catch and release thing too? Like, or the stop and frisk thing? Or is that just Bloomberg? Saying I put the worst criminals in jail. I just wonder if that's like veiling. It's like, and I got a lot of black people off the streets, whatever. God. So yeah, the deflection part of this stuff is so great, where he's like, I'm gonna get my photograph taken. Isn't that nice? It's like, oh, dude, like, all right, you're making light of a serious crime.
Who has a better record of mine in the last 100 years. I bet you don't, or a mayor. And they're going to degrade themselves by doing a mugshot of me. Like, people will recognize me.
Let's not forget you're facing fucking charges, bro. Like for overturning or interfering with election results. Like, not. Oh yeah, and I remember he had that guy charged with assault who patted him on the back.
Now, of course, they can fingerprint me, but I've been fingerprinted 150 times, so this will turn out exactly like the FBI search turned out. They're lying. I'm telling the truth. They're destroying my right to counsel, my right to be a lawyer. They're destroying his right to counsel. It's not accidental that they've indicted all his lawyers. Never heard of that before in America. Now they've indicted people in this case. I don't even know who they are. These are just regular people making a normal living. They're going to bankrupt.
Regular people making a normal living. Bro, this was not like, even at the time, like the major narrative was that like he was interfering with the election. Like, you knew going in that this was potentially risky. Like, he was already involved with multiple investigations. Anyways, I love the parallel universe.
They won't convict them.
Once Giuliani gets to Georgia, he is expected to go first to the DA's office to discuss his bond agreement. Once a deal is struck, he could then go directly to jail and not collect $200, although that would be useful to him because he seems to be having issues paying for his defense. Caitlin Polans is live outside the courthouse. About to be a lot more going on in Georgia, Caitlin.
Of course, John. This morning, we are awaiting the arrival of Rudy.
All right, yeah, we don't need to see that one, but yeah, he already arrived, so let's get to that. And then I know that he's going to get arrested, so if that's going live, that would be amazing. But I love the indictment is so unjust and should never have been brought. Like, that there's really, like, this is a big deal. There is strong evidence that you know what I mean? Like this wasn't just speculative, you know, just to, I don't know, to put it in comparison, like this wasn't just like an expose that came out saying there may have been these things. This is literally like, dude is getting arrested. Like you have to have serious, I mean, he's not, don't get me wrong, he's not going to be in jail for very long, like, let's be honest, but he's really doubling down, and I guess that's the only thing you can do in your little fucking weasel shit fuck in mud. Squeal like a fucking weasel. Yeah. All right. So let's cut to where we are now. So yeah, this video is like saying that, you know, he landed and that there's some detail about the plane Giuliani traveled in. CNN says in the title, detail about the plane Giuliani traveled in. So let's check it out.
Moments ago, the indicted Trump attorney landed in Atlanta. He's expected to negotiate his bond and then surrender at the Fulton County Jail. I'm going to go straight to Fulton County, where CNN's Paula Reed is. Paula, Rudy Giuliani is now on the ground in Atlanta, preparing to surrender to authorities. Set the scene there.
All right, this is it. Giuliani's gonna make the his fucking Met Gala entrance, bro. He's about to fucking stun on these fools and pull up, and you know, this is a big moment. I hope he wore his Yeezys.
So, Dana, in just moments, we expect that Rudy Giuliani's team will come
Uh-oh. Yeah.
here to the Fulton County Courthouse. They are scheduled to meet with the district attorney's office to negotiate the terms of Rudy Giuliani's release. Once they get that bond agreement in place, then Giuliani can head to the Fulton County Sheriff's Office to surrender. I mean, that's really remarkable, Dana, when you consider the career he's had. At one point, he was one of the nation's top law enforcement officials in New York as a U.S. attorney. But as part of his surrender, he will have his fingerprints taken and also a mugshot that is expected to eventually become public. Now, as we know, Rudy Giuliani has had a difficult time finding a lawyer here in Georgia to represent him. He owes his
All right, we CNN. We know he's not really having a tough time finding a lawyer. I mean, there's a whole, and I'll use this word, cabal of you know, alt-right lawyers out there that are ready to jump on this like a gravy train. Yeah, I mean, look, the thing is that Rudy goes from being like actually respected, you know, within really high profile elite worlds, and then to becoming like a, you know, a MAGA rally Comic-Con speaker. I mean, that's essentially the level of credibility he has. It's still very profitable, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I mean, there's real, for his level, those are the consequences. He's not gonna be, unless they're Trump allies, there's really not much he can do in the world of politics and business, which is where I assume he tries to wheel and deal. But shady deals, he can take those.
other attorneys millions of dollars in unpaid legal bills right now. All he needs today, someone with a Georgia license to sign his bond agreement. And we have learned that they do have someone who can help him through that process. He's also traveling with his spokesman and his longtime friend and unindicted co-conspirator in this case, Bernie Carrick. Now, Carrick has been helping him reach out to possible lawyers, helping him sort of work through this process. Carrick is not a lawyer himself, but he has a lot of experience with the criminal justice system, not only as the former New York police commissioner, but also as a criminal defendant. He was convicted and ultimately pardoned by former President Trump. Now, I want to note, Dana, when Giuliani arrived here today, he did not come into Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta Airport like the rest of us do when we fly Delta to come down here. He arrived to a private airport in a private plane. And it is unclear how he paid for that, considering the fact.
Oh, he did not pay for that. That's like Sheldon Adelson or somebody, you know, or who's the dude who had the Supreme Court justice on his yacht. Like, you know what I mean? It's definitely a favor, but I love the pleading poverty and then flying in a private jet. They love that. You know what I'm saying? Like even just that element adds a level of like the fuck with you attitude that people like Trump and Giuliani play their hand in the media. But all right.
The fact that his lawyers were in court just last week, insisting that he has no money to pay his legal bills. So that's something we're working to report out, but we'll be watching every step of the way as Rudy Giuliani goes through this process. Most defendants have spread this out over 2 days, meeting with the DA to do bond and then surrendering. He wants to do it all today. I'm told by a source, Dana, wants to get it all completed before former President Trump comes to Atlanta tomorrow.
I'm sure he does. Pretty amazing detail about flying private. We're obviously digging in to see what the details of that are as we wait for him to show up where you are, Paula. I want to bring in, thank you, Paula. I want to bring in former federal prosecutor Ellie.
All right, cool. Well, yeah, that's the thing there. Yeah, not, you know, nothing too shocking about any of that. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, 8 minutes ago. Wow.
Presidential personal attorney, as well as New York mayor during 9/11 and DA in New York in the 80s, prosecuted many people, organized crime leaders.
Guys.
Presidential personal attorney. Go. We are, in fact, there he is, the former presidential personal attorney, as well as New York mayor during 9/11 and DA in New York in the 80s, prosecuted many people, organized crime leaders under the very same statute he is now walking into that courthouse to surrender for. We are following another major breaking news story. Go. We are, in fact, there he is.
Well, my guy got out of the Escalade. He shook the hands. He greased the wheels. 8 minutes ago. Yeah, I can't wait for that mugshot. Woo! Fun times to be alive, baby. What the fuck? Is this him getting in the Escalade? Oh no, that had to be before. Oh, this is great. I want to see this.
It can happen to you. Maybe in American history, the most effective mayor for sure. It can happen to you.
How does it feel to be on the other side of the justice system? How does it feel to be on the other side of the justice system?
Sorry, don't interrupt me. I'm making a statement. If they can do this to me, they can do this to you.
Sick. What a sick guy. What a sick fuck. What a sick fucking guy. Great sign by Giuliani's vehicle in Georgia. What did it say? Oh, clown car coup. Ah. Yeah, let's get that fucking mugshot, you greasy fuck. Can't wait. All right, that's it for now. Let me know what you think, and thanks for being the, third viewer on my fucking channel. But hey, we're in this together.